Guys, I don't have a problem, I swear. We really got layered armor before we got layered weapons. But hello and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, and welcome back to more Monster Hunter Wilds. So yeah, as you can see in the intro there, I've been playing the game a little bit. I haven't been uploading lately, but I have been playing the game. But yeah, I have over 100 hours in the game now. It's like I had 120, I believe. But some of those hours are just me sitting AFK in like the base camp or like the menus or whatever. But yeah, it's about 100 hours that I've played into this game, which is funny because it doesn't feel like it. This is one of those games where time just like flies by as you're going through it. Look at this little guy doing his training. So adorable. So yeah, after 100 hours, just want to sort of go over my overall experience and my final impressions with the game, especially being into the end game now. And also I want to talk about the title update 1 stuff that was just revealed earlier today. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm just going to be hunting some randomized monsters. Let me see, what are my investigations? So like I said, I'm at the end game, and the end game, if you don't know, is basically grinding Ardian weapons and trying to get the perfect rolls on whatever weapon you're trying to make. So that requires a lot of weapon parts. Yeah, let's fight a Ray Dow first, the tempered Ray Dow, which is actually fitting considering the title update 1 news that we got today. So yeah, title update 1, I believe, is coming out at the end of this month. And in addition to the new monster, I say new monster, the new monster in this game, Mitsune, which seems to have like a bunch of moves from its subspecies also integrated into its base moveset, which is really cool. In addition to Zoshia also being added as an actual repeatable fight that you can do normally now, which is really nice. Even has unique weapons and gear now.
There, that's our target.
And the addition of arc-tempered monsters also being added into the game. Ooh, tackle through that ore. But yeah, so with the Ray Dow being the first arc-tempered monster, they're going to be adding into the game. Sadly, not at the initial update. It's going to be added in an event quest later on in the month. But yeah, it kind of sucks that arc-tempered Ray Dow is not going to be at the initial, launch of the update. But yeah, I'm assuming over the course of the updates, they're going to be adding all the Apex monsters as the Arc-Tempereds. And yeah, he's going to have new gear as well for your Hunter and your Palico, so that's cool. I'll be interested to see what they add in terms of new moves and how difficult it's actually going to be compared to the current difficulty in the end game. If I get smacked by this dude's tail again, I'm going to tweak. But yeah, I think Ray Dow is easily like one of my favorite monsters in this entire game. He's just so cool. If Arkveld wasn't the flagship for this game, I think it easily could have been Ray Dow. He's so cool. And his music is banging. But in addition to Mizu, Arc-Tempered Ray Dow, and Zoshia being added into the update, they're also adding a gathering hub, which looks really, really cool. It's going to have all the the seasonal decoration shit like the other hubs do. And it seems like, all the stuff being added into this update, while really, really cool, is like stuff that should have been in the game when it first came out. But I get the feeling that launching the game at the end of the physical quarter was something demanded by like shareholders and whatever. Oh my god. Oh, I love Greatsword. But yeah, it's clearly like, while this stuff should have been in the game at launch, the quality of the content is still very, very high, and there's lots of like care and passion put into it, especially things like Zoshia not being an actual fightable monster outside of low rank. That being included in the title update, while really cool, is like, it seems like the game was not finished when it came out, and that's probably the case. Also, I never want to play Greatsword again without the focus skill. I don't know what I was doing my entire Monster Hunter career without using focus, but it's like crack. And I'll show the build that I'm using after this hunt. It's nothing like super crazy. It's just the Gormagala set with the Zubu helmet, or the, what is it, New Udra helmet. And I'll show the skills in a little bit, but again, it's nothing that you probably haven't seen before. I literally just looked up what is the best build for Greatsword in Wilds, and that was what I copied. I don't have all the decos for the build to be like complete, or the best Ardian weapon. So those are the 2 things that I'm like working on right now. But yeah, other than that, the build is pretty much done. It's not like the amount of damage that I'm missing out on is like crazy or anything. God, I love this song. How did that miss? Capcom, I want a refund. The coolest monster in this game. And at the end of the presentation they had for the title update 1, they teased the title update 2 and the monster for it, and it is a monster called Lagiacrus. Now, a lot of people are very excited about this monster. especially people who played a lot of the older games. And I've never fought this monster or have any sort of attachment to it whatsoever, but it is essentially a like water Leviathan monster, sort of the opposite of Rathalos, I guess. And yeah, he hasn't been in the game in a really long time, and a lot of people have been asking for him to come back. So yeah, it's cool that they finally did that. I believe, I might just be crazy, but I think I saw a post on Twitter where it was like somebody looking at the like cocoons in the ruins of Wyveria, and you can see like the silhouette of what looks like a Lagiacrus in one of the cocoons. Yeah, it's cool that they put that in there. So I wonder if that means we're gonna get like a Guardian variant as well at some point. Do I have barrels? Barrels.
I've set a bomb. Bomb set. Trap set.
Oh, he's gonna trap it. Okay. I'm just gonna... While that might have been a waste of bombs, that was very funny. Also, peep the drip. I kind of wish that, like, I think the Guardians are, like, cool and whatever, but I feel like I wish you could change the glow that's on the armor, but you can't. But yeah, overall, really excited for Title Update 1. You know, having 3 monsters in the Update 1, you know, coming later in an event quest, and 2 at launch. You know, honestly, that was more than I thought we were gonna get. I thought it was literally just gonna be Mizu, but yeah, I was glad to be proven wrong. And I was sort of worried about Mizu being sort of like not a super exciting monster, and you know, especially for a title update, but the extra stuff that they seem to have given it from its variants, you know, will hopefully make up for, you know, the sort of not super exciting title update worthiness, I guess you could say, might be remedied by some of the stuff that they give him in this new version. Yeah, I believe that comes out at the end of this month. I might be wrong. I'll double check and put it on the screen, but yeah, very excited for that update overall. So here's the build and the armor in case anybody's curious. Nothing, again, nothing super like groundbreaking or whatever. Here's also all the decos that I have. I need one more Tenderizer 3 and I don't have it, and it makes me very sad. But yeah, here's the bonuses that I have on my Ardean Greatsword. They're not ideal, to say the least. Ideally, you would want 7 attacks and 1 sharpness boost, but here's the grind, I suppose. Yeah, here's the layered armor set that I'm currently using. I think it looks really cool. Again, I kind of wish the Guardian monsters had their like base variants or their normal versions in the game as well, just so I could have a version of this helmet that doesn't have the glow on it. But I mean, I still think it looks cool. But let's go ahead and switch this out for this. It's literally just the full gore set. Looks super cool. Change the glow to have it be yellow. But yeah, now let's do a quest where I'll get a shit ton of weapon parts. Where is it? This one right here. Look at all the weapon parts that you get. Jesus Christ, I only have one more and it makes me very sad. But yeah, my overall, I guess I should get into my feelings about the game after playing it for so long, for 100 hours. And yeah, overall, I think the game is very good. It was very obviously very obviously put out probably a bit earlier than it should have been. Now, if the game launched and it had the content that was included in the title update, I think people would have been a lot less harsh on the game. You know, a lot of the criticisms being deserved, obviously, but especially when it comes to like performance and all that, which they didn't address in the title update showcase. But so either it's not being addressed in that update at all, or it's going to be, or they just didn't mention it. You know, one can hope, I guess. But yeah, my initial experience going through low rank, you know, I think even though it is low rank, it is a bit too easy. I think the first time I carded was, I can't even remember the first time I carded. It might have been in high rank, actually. I don't actually remember, but yeah, there's very little reason to, you know, be cautious about anything or build tons of sets, which I guess in low rank you never really have to do that. But we have 3 greatsword users in this lobby. That's hilarious. Yeah, even the final boss with the Zoshia in low rank was not all that difficult, except for the nuke attack that and just kill you if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I think it has less to do with like the monsters being easy and more so to do with obviously like the focus system and the wound system, especially just like being super strong. And yeah, on one hand, I would have preferred the game to be a little bit more challenging, even in low rank, because you know the other games in low rank, you know, the game is not like super hard or anything like that. But again, with all the tools that the game gives you and the overall speed of the game, whether you're solo or playing in a lobby, it feels like the monster just dies super fast. Also, that was great. I think Tempered Gore and Tempered Arkveld are easily the hardest things in this game, which is not surprising, obviously, but especially Tempered Gore. Holy shit, I definitely prefer fighting Arkveld. Not because I don't like fighting Gore, just because Gore is way harder. But yeah, the end game, I guess I should get into that. The low rank, I wish it was harder, at least like a little bit, but I'm sure the decision to make it kind of easy was sort of made so that, you know, they could have more people complete it. Because I wonder like what the data on like the amount of people who bought the game and then the amount of people who completed low rank in either World or Rise is probably way lower than you would want it to be. at the very least, than any other Monster Hunter game that's come out recently. So on one hand, I kind of wish it was more challenging, but on the other hand, if making it kind of easy allows more people to, one, get into it, and two, see some really cool shit. You know, as long as the high rank and end game stuff is more challenging, then I guess it's fine. I miss not having earplugs. Just casually perfect blocked that, by the way. Ow. Yeah, see, like that, like monsters hit you once, like Arkveld and Gore, and it does like half your health. Sometimes they one-shot you. But yeah, the end game I feel like is decently hard, although it kind of sucks that there's only really 2 monsters that are viable to fight. Oh my god, that fucking second. I'm stunned. Also, yeah, there's like very little times in the low rank where you get like stunned. I think I got stunned like once, like right near the end. The end game, while decently challenging, there's only really 2 monsters that are viable to fight. You know, hopefully that'll change when they add Zoshia and Arc-Tempered right out, but oh my god, what is happening? Monster's getting stun locked to infinite hyper death. Oh my god, get offset. Oh my god. But yeah, the end game being, you know, obviously like deco farming and also Ardian weapon part grinding. Wow, that was fast, holy shit. I don't hate it. You know, it's very similar to like, you know, World, where like the end game was deco grinding and all that. Although I remember it being like way more annoying because I think you had to like get tracks for like Elder Dragons and stuff in that game. End game is way better than Worlds, purely on the basis that you don't have to farm tracks or stupid shit like that. But I broke 2 parts. Love to see it. Like I got 5 offset attacks. Holy shit. It does kind of suck that the one thing about Ardian weapons being the end game is that obviously there's no layered weapons. So if you don't like the look of the Ardian weapons, which I mean, they're not my favorite looking weapons, and you want to be the most optimal that you can be, I guess, then, you know, you're sort of stuck using this giant hunk of green shit on your back. But yeah, hopefully they add layered weapons soon. That would be nice. It would suck if they were keeping that for the expansion, because that's kind of what they do. But I mean, they had layered armor here, so fucking I don't know. Anyways, although I say that the game is like easy, and I say easy, it's like I feel like maybe I'm overestimating how important having super optimal weapons and things are. As long as your build is right for it, you can probably get away with using whatever weapon from whatever monster you want, as long as it's like, you know, the highest upgrade. But maybe the bonuses you get for the Ardian weapons are too important, or outclass the other weapons too much for that to actually be the case, but I'm not really sure. Let's go ahead and actually see, can I make an Ardian weapon right now and upgrade it? So we do that and then forge it. And then we go to reinforce. The good thing is if you don't get the bonuses that you want on an Ardian weapon and you dismantle it, you get all the upgrade materials back. You don't get the weapon parts back, which I guess is fair, but if we put 30 of this into there, that should give us the 3 bonuses out of 5. All right. Fuck. These are not the ones that I wanted. In fact, these are like none of the ones that I wanted. All right, well, dismantle. So yeah, the worry is not having the materials to upgrade it. It's the having the materials to forge the weapons in the first place. But yeah, the monster roster in this game is also very great. You know, just going through it. Again, it kind of sucks that there's only really 2 end game monsters that are viable to fight. I kind of wish the spread was more. I wish it was viable to fight all the monsters in the end game. You know, just make them super difficult, I guess. But I really don't know what the point of making like rarity 6 or 7 Ardian weapons are, because I basically, like, going into the end game was instantly just fighting like Arkveld and Gore and getting rarity 7 parts. But yeah, overall, 100 hours into the game, I think the game is very, very good. I wish the game ran a lot better. I think the roster in this game is very, very good for a launch Monster Hunter game. The end game is pretty decent. You know, it's super simple and not super complicated. I do wish layered weapons were in the game, so I didn't have to run around with this fucking goofy ass thing on my back. I wish I could at least change the color. You can't even change the colors of the weapons in this game. And yeah, I wish the game ran better. I know I said that, but it's a really, really glaring issue with the game currently. You know, I launched Monster Hunter Rise just to like run around for a little bit, and yeah, that game runs at like 4 shit zillion frames per second at whatever you want it to, because it was a Switch game. And you know, in between my last video and this one, while I was going through the game, I did manage to create every single high rank armor set in the game for fashion purposes. Now, if a build needs like a specific like alpha or beta version of the armor, then I probably have to go get that. But yeah, in terms of purely fashion, I have like all the armor that I want currently, except for those materials you have to get by trading certain NPCs, which require you to go around and gather like gathering items in the different locations. It's super annoying, and I'm not going to do that. So tell you, if you did enjoy this video and want to help support the channel, then leaving a like and subscribing would be very much appreciated. I believe that's going to do it for me for today. Oh yeah, I didn't use any of these in the hunt because they lasted like 5 seconds. Let me just show you my goofy ass shoutouts really quick. So we have that one, and then I think this one is just regular. Yeah, that's the regular one. And then we have Absolute Cinema. And then I just left this one blank because it fits so well. Maybe I should put like ... on it or something. But also, I don't know why, but in the photo mode, when you take screenshots in game and they get saved to your album, for some reason, like the brightness settings in this game are like super fucked up and not consistent. So if I were to take a screenshot and then look at it in the album, it's going to be way darker than it was when I actually took the screenshot. And I don't know why, because I really wanted to use it to like make thumbnails, and I probably will still use them. I just have to like edit them after the fact. But anyways, I'm ranting. Maybe in addition to trying to get a good Ardean Greatsword, I might forage every single weapon in the game purely for aesthetic reasons, even though they're probably not optimal at all. Or maybe I'll go back to Rise. I also need to continue playing, getting Nebula in Black Ops 6, which, speaking of which, the new map comes out in like 9 days, and that's also when the new Verdansk re-release is happening. So yeah, there'll probably be more variety shit on the channel in the near future. So yeah, anyways, later. Also, look at his cute little boots. It's adorable. I love my Palico. Anyways, later.